Chapter 12, Participles. Talking to students who have just had a Greek course, the word participle brings fear and trembling, cold sweat and a chill to your soul. However, let this all be gone. In Hebrew, the participle is simple. All right? Here's one place where you can forget all that pain of Greek. Just wait, the infinitive's coming. That's the...
You stand on your desk?
Yeah, well, no one's got a camera. You gotta know when to grandstand. All right. The participle in Hebrew is pretty simple. All right. By the way, what is a participle? What is it? It's a verbal adjective. All right. What's a verbal noun? Who said verbal noun?
I did.
All right. Do you know what that is? What's the technical term for a verbal noun? What's the difference?
Gerund.
See, we tend to think participles in English tend to end in ing, right? Give me an example of a participle. Swimming. All right. The kicking man, right? The fighting man. The running man. All right. They end in ing. True or false? All verb forms that end in ing are participles. False. See? What's the difference between this sentence? The swimming man drowned. Swimming can be dangerous. What part of speech is swimming in the second sentence? Swimming can be dangerous. It's the subject of the sentence. It's a noun. That's a verbal noun. Okay? And a technical English term for that is gerund. If you remember that, if you even had that in English 101. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about participles. They are verbal adjectives, but they can also end in ing. Okay? Now, here's the point. You know all you need to know about adjectives already. Correct? Tell me all you know about adjectives. You could probably do this in about 3 bullet points, right? What do you know about adjectives? 1, they modify nouns and therefore agree with the nouns they modify in gender and number. Secondly, how are they used? There's 2 ways that adjectives are used. Attributive, predicate. Okay? And then we have some principles for how they're used that way. Okay? Whatever you learned about adjectives, you can now apply to participles. Because participles are verbal adjectives. What that means is, first of all, they're going to agree with the nouns they modify in person and gender. In number and gender. That means we have to have a little bit of a handy-dandy chart for participles. Okay? And we can make this chart. Okay? I'm going to use our paradigm verbal root. But now, see, because they're verbal adjectives, we're going to apply the principles of adjectives, but we're going to apply them to a verbal root. So we're back to our old friend katal, our verbal paradigm root. Remember how we said way back when I introduced verbs, that you can take a verbal root like katal and do different stuff to it, right? The root itself carries the meaning. But if we do this to it, what do we have? Katal is?
Kill.
What actual verb form is it?
Third masculine singular.
All right, this is a perfect third masculine singular. He killed. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't change the meaning of katal. All right, what happens if we add an ending to it, like katal t? Just that ending is enough to tell you we've changed the subject now, but it's still past tense. I killed, right? What happens if we do this to it? Now it's imperfect or future. He will kill. We can